Well, good morning. So today I have my 2005 Dodge 2500 series plow truck in. It's a 24 valve Cummings, and we have a brand new line for the pressure side of the turbo, the inlet of the oil. So it's leaking right there. It could be an O-ring, but it looks pretty rusty, and I don't want to take any chances. I don't want the changing it and getting in the middle of it and finding that it was bad. So instead of messing around with that and pulling it off, we're just going to change it. Some things got to do. I got to pull the intake for the turbo off so I can get in there, because there is one. I don't know if we can see it or not. There is one right there. See it down in there? The rusty one? In between the two pipes, there is one fitting there you cannot get to without wrestling it, and I'm just going to remove all the air intake for the turbo off it. And then I'll bring you back and show you what I came up with. So this will be a little, this is the first time I've done one actually on a Cummings. 191,000 miles on this. We put a shift up solenoid in it, a couple front wheel bearings, tires and brakes, and a water pump. So very reliable engine. Drivetrain has been excellent. Jump in it and drive it anywhere. It's not going to leave you. It's a good running vehicle. Everybody complains about the Dodges, and it's a very comfortable truck to drive, very comfortable truck, and the more weight you put to it, the better it pulls. It's plow snow excellent. We've had a sander on it at times when we've had to, and it's still set up for a sander. Just got to plug and play, put it on, and run it. So yeah, so I'll bring you back when I've got all that mess off. Okay. So air tubes off from the air box. The one on the filter housing moved pretty easily. The other one, not so easily. It was rusted, and when I tried to move it, it kept trying to pull the whole hose. So I clipped off with my side cutters. Let's see here. There we go. Let's get it for me. I clipped off right above where it was leaking. And it didn't take much. It was cracked pretty good. So I've got the new one on. We'll put the air tubes back on, plug in the sensor, and start up, check for leaks. They did not send O-rings with it, and there is an O-ring on both ends. It looked okay. I don't believe that's where it was leaking, but if it is leaking with me disturbing it, when I changed it, I got an O-ring kit, and I will take it back out and try to match up an O-ring. So all right, so basically you need a screwdriver. You need a I believe it is a, I can't see the, anybody can see that? I don't have my glasses on. Small socket, quarter inch drive, either 21 millimeter, 13/16 to loosen the two ends. This has taken me a total of probably 15 minutes, and I've just been looking at things as I went, not rushing at all. So another 3-4 minutes to put it back together, and then test it. A drink of the coffee, pick some tools up. It worked better once I cut this end off down here. Cut it off right at the base, and then I used a 13/16 socket to release it and take it off. So let me put it back together and we'll get a shot of it running. Hopefully no leaks. All right, I'll catch you soon. Not sure that you see down in there. We'll get a light in there. Take my word for it. Yeah, you can see. No leaks. So, let's go over this quickly here. You got this hose. This is for a 2005 Dodge Ram 2500 with a Cummings in it, 24 valve. Total cost is about $94. There's the part number. Don't take your Dodge to a Dodge dealer. Do it yourself. But if you rush, which I won't do, it'll take you about 30 minutes or less. Get that one down there. There you go. There's the shot right there. The only thing I didn't show is you'll need a little curve pick to pick your O-rings out. I actually went and I put this in here just for safety, so you can see down my head. You need a small pick, curve pick to pick the O-rings out. They're on both ends. I just put a little kind of wheel bearing grease on one side just to make it sticky. Set them back in and put it back together, and now it's running. I'm going to let it run for a minute, and then I'm going to service the truck, filter, grease. Okay. So that's how to change a pressure line. Pressure line on a 2005 Dodge Cummings 24 valve. Quick and easy. Dealer says 2 hours. Dealer makes good money on this deal. I just read online a couple of people that had it done, and they were charged $242 to $260 to have it done. Anybody with simple hand tools can do this. Okay. Have a great day. All right, so something I was going to film, and I thought I did at first, but apparently it didn't record, so I'll show you the aftermath of what I did. Yeah, I changed the starter. The starter was dying a slow death. It wouldn't turn over very fast. I found what probably caused it. The factory ground wire that hooks in the back over here and goes to the block was just two heavy gauge wires. Nothing more than like a I don't even know what gauge it would be, 10 gauge maybe. And the wires, both of them had cracks in them and had corrosion in them. One was completely split in two inside their casing, and the other one, when I pulled on it, it actually fell apart too. So the starter was grounded through the block, but not enough to give it good ground. So every time you start the thing, it was pulling heavy on the ground and causing premature failure of the starter. Now the starter had been rebuilt once. Apparently, I talked to the guy and they had rebuilt the starter 10, 12 years ago. So, I mean, it doesn't owe anybody anything. So, I ran a new ground to here on the back of the alternator. That's the one that was there for the alternator. I made up a new cable to the back of the solenoid on the the back of the casing on the starter. So this is the 1978 MT trackless. It is around 80 horse. I believe it's rated at 75 horse. But it, it depends where you Google it. 75 to 80 horse. When new, I'm not sure now. There's 1,300 and some hours on the clock. Not sure if that's the right amount of hours on the machine. I know it was used for sidewalk maintenance in a village. So they had two of them. This is the oldest one. They've gone to a different type now. They've gone to a skid steer with blowers on it instead of one of these. So they kept the newer of the two, the MT5, and they sold the MT3. We bid on it last year and got it. We've used it for parking lot cleanup because it has a broom on it. I'm not sure if I shot a video of that or not this year. It also had a water tank on the back that I will be taking off because it's not necessary to have it in the winter. It has a 40-inch blower, 48-inch blower on it. It is all hydraulically run from the center of the in the machine through central hydraulics. So it is the spout. The spout is controlled hydraulically. The spin for the angle on where you want to blow it is. It has electric PTO. I don't know if you can see that chrome switch right there. That turns electric PTO on the back of the engine to make it work. And of course it has hydraulic up and down. So, get a better shot over here of it. Here's a shot of the rat rod. Gotta get a rat rod mention here. Actually, I saw a nice sticker on one of their videos that says, it's not a rat rod, it's just not finished yet. I got a kick out of that. So that's the MT trackless. Primarily we have it for bigger storms. And with the idea we purchased it, we plow a long driveway. It's actually a road into a hydro plant. And sometimes it gets too much snow, even with the loader to push the snow out of the way because the road's narrow, and then you can slip off the road with the backhoe, and it's a pain to get back on it. This we can run right along the edge and blow the banks back. And it was a good deal. I bid on it and I got it. A nice part about municipal bids, I was high bid, and I didn't give a lot for this. So it is extremely good condition. It runs super. We added an LED light bar and took the great big old lights on the front that didn't really shine very well, and the light bar lights it up like daylight in front of it. So that's the end of the day. I'm going to head out. We're supposed to get some foul weather tonight and tomorrow. I still have to service the walk behind snowblower, and the silver truck outside here needs an oil change. So a couple more things to do. We're going to put the battery box strap back on it. I will put the new battery back in it. We initially thought maybe we had a bad cell in the battery. We changed the batteries out, and that's not what it was. So I'll put the brand new battery back in it. So I guess that's it. Dodge is repaired, no more oil leaks, trackless starters in it, and fixed a couple switches, put a new push switch in it for the starter, a couple other things, and that is ready to go if we get any snow where we need it. All right, have a good day.